Hey, what's up, homeboy? So I just wanted to remind you, in order to really change, make a lasting change, your perspective is what needs to change. Now, at one point, I was, I would say, overweight. I wasn't healthy. I didn't eat healthy. I wasn't active. I was lazy. But like I said, once I change a perspective on a bunch of those things, it's everlasting. I haven't gone back to that old me. Why? Because that perspective changed. Now, some examples are for nutrition. Sometimes people want to lose weight or just not eat as bad, and so they just pretty much fight themselves to not go to McDonald's, to not have that little Debbie cake. But when you change your perspective on it, none of that stuff even seems appetizing. None of that stuff even sounds good. Like when you go to a grocery store, you see the aisle full of snacks and candies and all this and that, and you tell yourself, oh man, all that looks good. Like I need to have some of it, like even just a little bit, because in your mind, you're still telling yourself that it's good, that it does something for you and such. But when you change your perspective on that, all you see are the chemicals that they add. All you see is the stuff that the ingredients. None of that stuff is like natural. None of that stuff is good for your body. And so that's what I see. All I see is stuff that's gonna make me not feel good, stuff that's gonna take away from me. And so I don't even crave it, Also, for being active, working out, going out on a run, on a walk, before I would just be like, nah man, that's just gonna get me tired. I don't even want to do it, because I wasn't fully in it. I didn't really let it change me. But once I started being active and coming out here and enjoying the sun, I feel the benefits. I see the benefits. And so now it's not even a question of if I'm going to or how much longer am I going to. Like I said, it's everlasting. Forever I'm going to be out here enjoying the sun, being active, making my heart rate go up. All that is what's beneficial. And once you make that transition in your mind, change a perspective of it, it will last, homeboy. You meet a lot of people that say, oh, I just need to lose 10 pounds, for a certain day or something. And yeah, they lose those 10 pounds, but then they go back to their normal life. They go back to eating unhealthy, being inactive. And then what happens? Not only did they gain those 10 pounds, they probably gained more now, And so then what? Then you got to go back into that mode of like, okay, well now I'm gonna, just hustle for a little bit longer, lose those 10 pounds, and then go back to my normal life. I'm sorry, man, but that doesn't work, homie. So if you could take one thing from this, and that is change your perspective, homie. Change your perspective on life, and I guarantee your life will change. I hope you guys give that a deep thought. You guys stay safe, stay active.